Well, good morning to you all. I think this will be my last video introduction for this series as we come to the end of the semester. Again, I've enjoyed the time with you. Looking forward to reading the papers that came in last night for the Johannine epistles, and then, of course, wow, the one coming up for Revelation at the end. I know it's going to be a challenge for both writer and reader as we finish this course together. So I've entitled this brief introduction to this week, "The Challenge of Interpretation," and that looks backward. It looks also forward. Um, as you noticed in my course notes for Johannine epistles, particularly that for First John, there's not a total consensus on how to approach First John as far as the contrasts in it. I take the position that the contrasts are not between a disobedient Christian and a godly Christian or obedient Christian, but between saved and unsaved. And that makes a huge difference. I mean, either one of those views is going to make a huge difference of how you approach this epistle when you're teaching and preaching it. So if you haven't wrestled with that, you have to. You have to settle in your mind what those contrasts delineate, because it's going to make a huge difference on how you're going to present this to your audience. It's the same thing that we dealt with at the very beginning with James, all the contrast that we have in there. I took the same position with James that I do with First John, and that is the contrasts in James point to the same thing. It's not a matter of obedient versus disobedient Christians, but between saved and unsaved. And so both in James and First John, you've got what I think is the author just setting forth what normal Christianity should be. Both of them were seen in their communities, people who had professed Christ, but were acting in ways that were just totally inconsistent with any kind of claim to know Christ and follow Him, both in their behavior and also, in some cases, even their beliefs. And so, I think, personally, the most profitable way you're going to present both James and First John is just to set them forth to your congregations, your audience, as this is normal Christianity. This is what God expects of all of those who are truly Christians. All right, that's for the past. I've got a lengthy section on Revelation as far as the introduction, and I make the tongue-in-cheek statement that when I was at Corbin, I could have told you exactly what the Book of Revelation was all about. Um, you know, I, today wow, I just there's just so many questions that I can't answer, and maybe can't be answered. I don't know. Anyway, what I presented in the introduction or my notes for Revelation is material that I'm fairly confident about. All right, but I still in my notes propose different interpretations for things. So this is just going to be introductory for you, and I guarantee you, this is going to be something that you struggle with really the rest of your life in ministry, trying to figure out what Revelation is all about. Although I think the major themes are there. I preached through Revelation. I think the last book that I preached through when I was pastoring, and what I did just to stay on the safe side was to go through it as the title of the book indicates, that is the revelation of Jesus Christ. And so I focused on the person of Christ, his work, his character, his actions all the way through the book. And that, I kind of stayed away from all of the other difficult interpretive issues and just focused on the person of Christ. And so, that's the best I could do with it. And maybe that's the best anybody can do with it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy getting into it this coming week. And as I said, look forward to reading your papers as we end this. Thank you.